Kristjaan, the hard work continues here at the Academy of Light ahead of Saturday's game against Watford. The transfer window is also now closed. How do you assess where we're at from a group point of view?
Look, we feel in a really strong position. I think we wanted to go into February feeling that we had the group where we needed them to be for the final remaining games. I think players returning from injury has been really important for us and really strong position. And then obviously we've added the likes of Enzo to the group, which obviously is like incredible quality, and I think people are seeing that in the team. So ultimately we're really pleased.
You mentioned Enzo's quality. We've seen that already in terms of his performances. We will have to wait a little while to see Jayden potentially make that impact. What can you tell us about that move?
Yeah, well, firstly, we were looking to add another forward to the group, and we looked long and hard to try to find the right profile to fit what we needed from a football perspective. But then we also wanted the right character, and we felt Jayden fitted both of those. When you get to the end of the window and that player comes available, we did everything to try and get him. And then unfortunately, through real good due diligence and process, we found an underlying issue with him that's going to mean he's going to be out for a little bit of time, which is incredibly frustrating for us, incredibly frustrating for him, and I suppose for Liverpool as well, because at the minute he's fully fit, he's asymptomatic, and we're going to have to put him on a little bit of a close down for a few weeks and see how he goes.
A fan favourite also committed his future to the club in Wilson Isidore, who needs no introduction now to our supporters. Why was now the right time to get that deal done?
I think from a football perspective, I think it's a relatively easy decision. He's impacting the team and he's impacting the league. From that perspective, it was also trying to consider Wilson's thoughts. I think for him, the ambiguity around it and removing that is definitely a benefit. And I think it just gives him the best platform to perform over the rest of the season. And ultimately for us, it's another process out the way. There's always going to be complications converting a loan to a permanent, and we managed to get through all those steps. And I think obviously it gives us certainty for the club and obviously certainty for the supporters as well through the back end of the season.
Interest in this exceptionally talented group is nothing new, but once again, a big bonus from this transfer window was that we managed to retain those top talents.
Yeah, I think often not enough's made in January window, especially in terms of being able to retain talent. There's lots of competitors, lots of teams lose talent in the window. Our ownership's been really firm on the fact that we're trying to retain and build. That often means you're making some difficult decisions to turn offers down and turn opportunities down. I think ultimately we've got such a committed playing group, it doesn't really become a difficulty for us. Everyone here is focused on the remaining games and trying to get us to the top end of the table. Several
players did depart. Aaron Connolly, Abdullah Bar, Adil Ashish, Nazari Rushan and Nathan Bishop also moved to a different club. Opportunity and playing time, presumably the reasoning behind those decisions.
Yeah, there's a few of those boys that obviously have not really featured in and around the squad as much, and for them it's important to get them the time to play and the time to obviously show what they've got, which is really important. Obviously Adil and Aaron were in the squad and around the squad, but I think to keep a great harmony in the group, our aims and objectives need to be the same as the players. They wanted to play more, which is probably right for where they're at in their career. We weren't able to commit to that, and then it makes the most sense for obviously to find alternative options, and just really pleased for both of them to be able to move to really good clubs and a good level where they can obviously go on and show their talent.
And last but not least, we did also say a fond farewell to Mike Dodds. He's played such an important role, hasn't he, at this football club over the last few years, but he departs for what is an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, I think with a lot of the members of staff behind the scenes, it's often it's not abundantly clear and obvious to how important they are. You've got to remember Mike joined us in League One. Took the chance to come and join and want to be part of the journey. He's been really instrumental in so many different areas of the club, and obviously ultimately more recently stepping in and on behalf of the club to obviously take the team, and just really pleased with obviously the opportunity he's got, and really proud that we're developing those types of people.